Hello dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 9, the living organisms, characteristics and habitats. Now look at the picture here. Here you can see a picture in which you can see various types of things, organisms. Some of the things are non-living, some of them are living. Okay, now looking at this picture, how will you identify which are living and which are non-living? Let us try to identify first. Here there is a girl, there is a boy, there is a sheep, there is a bullock cart. So the bullocks are there, some people are sitting inside. Here there is another sheep is there. Here there is some insects are there, butterflies are there, birds are here. There is a huge tree, there are many other trees here and there, grass is there. See, all these things are considered as living organisms. Whereas, here there is a wall, there are some stones here, some books are lying here, some bag is here, the bullock cart has so many things inside. All these things are considered as non-living things. Now, when you look around, we can see various types of living things around us. Now, how will you, or various types of things around us. Now, how will you identify or how will you understand whether it is a living thing or non-living thing? So, the living things, in lower classes you have already learned that living things, they have some special characteristics. Which are those characteristics? Let us quickly revise what you have learned in lower classes. All the living things, all the living organisms, they need food, water, air for their survival. So, all the living things which needs food, water and air for their survival. If they don't get any of these things, they may not be able to live for a long time. And without air, we can't live at all. Okay. So, if you look at yourself around everywhere, you will find out so many things are there. If plants are there, they need water, they need food, they also need energy, sunlight from there, they get energy. Okay. Air is around them. If you see birds, they also take food, they move, okay. They also need water and air. So, almost all the living organisms, if you observe them one by one carefully, you will come to know that every organism, every living organisms need three things basically. What are they? They need food, they need air and they need water. Now, if you look at them, observe them carefully. If you have a small plant at home, or if you think about yourself or your younger brother or sister, when they are born, they are very small, right? They are very small, they are dependent on everybody. Now, do they remain the same? No. They grow. Slowly, slowly they grow. You also have grown up now, no? When you took admission in KG, you were very small child, right? Now, are you that small? No, you are grown up now. You are responsible children of the school. Now, you are able to help others, right? You are able to help your younger brothers and sisters. So, why does it happen? Because you all have grown. Similarly, if you keep a small plant in the garden, after some of them after some days and some of them it takes years or months to grow. So, all of them they grow, and all the living organisms, they some of them they move from place to place, like animals, birds, human beings and all, they move from one place to another place. But plants also show some movement. They move towards the sunlight, their root move towards the earth, like that. They also show some movement. So, movement is a characteristic of living organism. Another thing, if see when you are sitting and doing some work, suddenly if somebody comes and shout at you, you may get scared, or if somebody comes and beat you, you will get pain and you will shout. Okay, so these are all called, see, that shouting, or if suddenly means you are in the kitchen, by mistake you touched the hot cooker. Okay, immediately you take your hands back. So touching the cooker is stimuli, and taking your hand is a response. So whenever there is a change, now you see, when now winter season started, most of us started wearing sweaters, cap, everything, right? So that is the response to the stimuli. Whenever there is a change around you, according to that change, all the living organisms will respond. Okay, because all the living organisms are sensitive. So should you go and pluck the flowers? No, because even the plants are very sensitive. When you just pull the flower and pluck them, they also get pain. Okay, and if you don't give water to the plant, they feel bad, they also feel sad also. So children, it is very important. Don't think that we only, human beings only have the sensitivity. Even sometimes some children, they throw stones on the dogs or any other animal, they hurt them. Okay, sometimes they tease them. Some children I have seen, they show the food to the dogs and they make them run, and then they don't give them food. So they also feel bad, children. If somebody does such things with you, you will feel bad? No. In the same way, all the living organisms are sensitive. They all feel, they all show some response to the stimuli. Stimuli means the changes around them. Any type of change, sudden changes may be there, sometimes slow changes will be there. Whatever may be the changes, according to the changes, they give response. Now for example, if you take so much care of a plant and you give everything to it, that plant also will give you lots of flowers and fruits. Okay, similarly, if you take care, too much care of a dog or your pet or anything, they will be very happy to see you. But if you hurt them, throw them stones or hurt them, don't give them food, they won't mind you, they don't like you then, right? And they may try to hurt you also. So these are all responses to the stimuli. Then the living things respire. Respire means what? They take in oxygen, they send out carbon dioxide, and they use this oxygen that we breathe in to release energy from the food. See children, if you only eat food and don't breathe, then you will not be able to survive. Okay, so similarly, if you only breathe and don't take food also, you can't. So for sometimes you can, but not for a long time. But without air, we can't. Okay, so whatever food you take, from that food we get energy with the help of the oxygen that you take, breathe in. And this oxygen, when it mixes with food, they release energy. Another important thing is that whatever food you take in, whatever is needed from that food, they will keep in the body and they will get rid of, that means they will remove the waste materials from the body. If you drink lots of water, after using the water for your body, remaining water will go out in the form of urine. Okay, sometimes in the form of sweat also. Okay, now early morning after taking food, at night when you go to sleep, the body removes the waste from the body, right? So this process is called excretion. Okay, excretion means removal of waste. So all the living organisms, they remove waste. Now if you see any living organism, they grow and they produce their own young ones. Like human beings, they will become papa, mummy, and then they have small children. That children will grow up and they will also become papa, mummy, and then they will also have their own children. That is called reproduction. Similarly, if you have plants, you get same type of smaller plants and then they grow either by seeds or by stem cutting, or various methods are there. Through different methods, they also produce young ones. So that is called reproduction. Reproduction means producing young ones of the same kind, their own kind. Now, every living organism, they live for a particular time. Some living organism, they stay for 1 or 2 hours. Some of them will die within 5 hours. Some of them will live for 5 years. Some of them will live for 50 years. Some of them may live for 100 years, like that. Every species, every special type of organisms, they live for a particular lifespan, it is called. Okay. After that, they all will die. So, we discussed all 8 characters of living things. Now, these are in short I discussed with you. In the next class, we will discuss next topic. The next topic is how do they take food? Do all the animals take food in the same way? No. All the living things, they need food to stay alive. Okay. They also need air and water. Now, if you don't give them food, air and water, living things will die. Okay. So, who will give you food for the whole world? Who is giving the food? You have already learned in the previous classes. We learned about heterotrophic and autotrophics. That time we discussed who prepares the food for the whole living organisms in the world. The green plants. Okay. And they are called the producers. And who gives energy for producing this food? That also we have learned. The sun gives energy for the plants to prepare food for the whole world. So, the plants make their own food. And what is that process called? That process is called photosynthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis means putting together. What they do in the presence of sunlight, they take carbon dioxide, water and minerals, and in green leaf there is a substance called chlorophyll. In the presence of that chlorophyll, what they do? They prepare food. But what do the animals do? What do they do? Animals, they cannot prepare their own food. So, what they will do? They will go to the plants and will get the food. But children, we need to be very careful how much food is required for our growth and development. That much only we should take from the plants. Otherwise, plants also are sensitive. They will also feel bad. So, we take so much food, they will collect so much food, then we waste so much food. Even at home, sometimes if the food that is cooked is too much favorite to you, you may take so much and then you won't be able to eat, then you throw it out, right? Such things should be avoided. So, animals, what they do, see, except human beings, all other animals, they don't waste food. They take only how much they want. Have you ever seen any cow or buffaloes, when they are eating grass also, they eat only from the top. They don't pluck the plant completely and spoil it. But what about us? We spoil sometimes, not everybody, but some of us, they damage the plants which give us food. So, we need to be very careful. We should be loving in nature. So, when the food we pluck or we get food from the plant, we should be thankful to the plant and we should take care of the plants. Okay. Now, some animals, what they do, they eat the plants directly. You know them, they are called herbivorous plants, and they eat like grass or leaves, okay, or the seeds of that plants or some fruits of the plants. This type of animals are called herbivorous plants, and we have already learned about them. Now, when they take this food, why do they take this food? This food which we take from the plants, or some animals will eat other animals. They are called carnivorous, that we have already learned in lower classes. So, whatever types of food you take, the food gives some material for our growth. The food also gives us enough energy to carry out our daily life process taking place inside the body as well as outside. If you are running in the corridor or on the garden or on the ground, you are talking, learning, playing, all this you need lots of energy, and this energy is provided by the food you take. So that is why children, every day in the school I tell you, take healthy food, don't eat junk food. When you eat junk food, you don't get energy, proper energy you won't get. Okay, so you should take energy giving food and don't eat too much unnecessarily. And if you get too fat, obesity it is called, without doing any activity also, it is not good. So eat how much is necessary and what is necessary for your body. You need to take care of all these things while taking the food. See, junk food, tasty food you like to eat once in a while, it's okay, but every day if you eat junk food, your bones will not be strong, your hair will not be strong, your brain will not work as much you want. So all these things, and your body will not move as much as you wish, or in the way that you want your body to work, it may not work in that way. So we need to take care of the food that you take. Okay, now this non-living things, like do you give food to your book every day? No. Do your bag take food every day? No. So such things don't need food. That means non-living things, they don't need food, air or water. Okay, so we discuss out of 8 characteristics, we will discuss only food today. Remaining we will discuss in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.